We are at Mood Week 2. This is a very, very interesting assignment that I have for us today. When this is something that I never thought would help me and never thought I would appreciate as much as I did. When I was in therapy, my therapist was telling me that I need to think about my identity. Like, who am I? And she felt like I really, through the trauma that I went through, that I lost my identity, which seems so extreme or so like I didn't understand it. So I realized the benefit that I had from following this exercise, understanding who am I? How many, like, why am I overwhelmed? How many pieces, where are my hobbies? Who, am I a wife? How come I'm not prioritizing my career right now, where that was one of the most important things to me, 2 years ago? Why isn't it as important to me? Is it still important to me? Am I carving that time for myself right now? Am I prioritizing that? And I think once I did this exercise and went through the wheel, I looked at it and I was able to reflect and say, wow, like this changed so much from what I thought I was or who I thought I was. And at this point in my life, I grew a lot, or I'm evolving, I'm prioritizing different things. So I find that this exercise really, really just gives you another perspective on allowing you to see who you are today. So if you can just go through this and think, how would you slice yourself up, right? If you were in a circle, you were a pie, how many parts of you would be there? Is religion as important to you as you thought? For me, it turned out that my therapist was shocked. I put religion around the entire circle, because I felt that for me, religion is who I am. I am this person. I'm very, very spiritual, and it's part of my motherhood. It's part of my hobbies. It's part of my marriage. It's part of everything. So I couldn't just carve out a time just because I pray or I meditate during that time. Yes, it's self-care, but I needed to feel that my identity was that I am this spiritual, religious woman, and I bring it in. Those are my values, and I bring it into everything that I do. And I always knew that it was important to me, but seeing it in this pie opened my eyes. So I hope that as you go through this exercise, that you're able to create space for you and learn more about yourself, because that's what we're here for, right? We want to know, we want to forgive ourselves, we want to be kind to ourselves, and we want to be able to show up as our best selves. And in our time of darkness, sometimes we lose sight of that, and it's okay. So I think just reeling it in and taking that time to devote to thinking about who you are, so you could review and become the best versions of yourself. So if you are struggling with this, it is a personal exercise. I wish I can help you, create the guidelines for it, but I can't. It takes time for you to be vulnerable with yourself and open up and just think about who you were, who you are, and who you want to be. And remember that even in your darkest time, the person's still there, right? Even if you snap a little more, or you're more moody, or you don't recognize yourself, the true core person that you are is still there. Okay, so be kind. Let me know how you do with this exercise, what you think about it. If you can reflect on how you thought differently than what you actually put on the paper, it's very intriguing, and it helps us get to know ourselves. So good luck with it. I'm here if you want to just I can't do it for you, but we can have discussions that might provoke different thought processes. So be in touch so we can do it together.